Jai Hind, Namaste, welcome back to Galp Taru, the Tree of Stories, which is a celebration of Indian folk tales. My name is Ambalika and I am an author and storyteller, and Galp Taru is my special storytelling initiative on the occasion of the 75th year of Indian independence. Since we started Galp Taru in January this year, we have covered folk tales covering almost all the major languages spoken in the country. But in today's episode, we are going to look into a little heard language. It's called Didayi. If you are like me, you are also hearing it for the very first time. I had never heard of Didayi until I started research for Galp Taru. And I found that this is a tribal language spoken by the tribe called Didayi and which lives in the Eastern Ghats range located in the Malkangiri district of Orissa. So you can say that this is a language that is found in the state of Orissa but is spoken by a specific tribe. And the speciality of this tribe is that it's on the verge of extinction. Oh no, that really does not make it a speciality, it's actually a cause of concern. But even as early as in the early 1900s, this was a very small tribe. Like in 1930s when Varia Elwin, whom we have met in earlier episodes of Galp Taru, a folklorist and anthropologist, had done his research, he had found out that there were just about few hundreds of them living in about 40 villages in Malkangiri. But in today's time, it has come down to about maybe 20 villages. So there are just about few hundreds of them living. So not only is their culture on the verge of extinction, their language and an entire identity is about to be lost. But there is another reason why we need to be so concerned about Didayi. The concern is about the education of the children of the community. You see, children learn best in their early growing up years when they are instructed or taught in their mother tongue. But when the mother tongue in itself is on the verge of extinction, what is going to become of their early education? It is definitely discomforting. In tribal communities, the lead storyteller does a very good job of educating the children because that person uses a mix of humor and poetry to impart knowledge. So definitely it is a bit of an attraction for the children to listen and imbibe knowledge. But in Didayi today, in this community, such a storyteller is not to be found. There are in fact hardly even any speakers of this language. So through Galp Taru, we are going to make a small effort to know and preserve a bit of the Didayi community. Of course, we cannot learn that language and preserve it. That is unfortunately beyond our means at this point in time. But by knowing about their folklores and listening to their folk tales, we can definitely learn about it, tell other people, and in this manner encourage people to learn about this community. First things first, the term Didayi means wild man. And surprise, surprise, this is actually not the term by which the community members introduce themselves. In fact, they call themselves as the Gataris. Didayi is a term which has been given by outsiders, meaning people like you and me who do not belong to that community. They are a simple, humble, amicable, gentle community of people, and they have a very deep and intimate relationship with nature. So much so that they have 5 natural supernatural elements combined together as their totem signs. The 5 totems are tiger, cobra, bear, crocodile, and tortoise. The folk tale that I have chosen has the tiger totem in it. So no surprises that it's titled The Tiger's Adopted Son. In the story, the tiger itself is both the villain as well as the hero. No more spoilers, you will have to watch it. But in a typical Didayi story, the central character is someone named Rumrok. He is almost like a superhero. He can create, he can destroy, he can transform. Just to give you a glimpse of his powers, here goes. Rumrok can pull out a strand of hair from his head and turn it into grass. He can cut off one of his fingers and turn it into turmeric root. He can pluck out his teeth, sow it on the ground, and make plants germinate. He can turn the dead into crocodile, and he can flood the entire earth. Sounds a little bit similar to the Hindu concepts, but there goes. Rumrok is the central character, the heart and soul of a Didayi story. But in the folktale that we are going to listen to, there is no Rumrok, even though you are likely to find some traces of Rumrockiness. So that's about the Didayi language, which is spoken by a very specific tribe, dwindling in numbers, and which lives in the present day state of Orissa. And I invite you to check out our episode number 13, which is a dedicated curtain raiser episode on the folktales of Orissa. And in that episode, you get to listen to the contributions made by Indians and British in preserving folktales, the various kinds of folklores that are prevalent in the Orissa region, and a little bit also about the language. And if you do like it, please do give us a subscribe and hit the bell notification so that whenever a new folktale comes live, you don't miss it. So while I go and prepare the story, The Tiger's Adopted Son, you take care and I'll see you soon. Till then, Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.